Oh, thank you. I'd like to thank the Academy. Because y'all be fucking up shit, but y'all finally got it right this time. Thank you.
Yo. Guess who's back?
And it ain't Slim Shady.
Building. Yeah.
Yes.
Guess who's back in the building? This Clicked Up The Podcast. We are here, I guess. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Everybody's having fun? Everybody having a good time?
Absolutely.
I'm doing all right. Having a good time.
Yeah.
Peachy.
I would hope so. Would only hope so.
And what you gonna do if the answer's no?
Cry.
Oh, you know what?
Just cry.
That's a good idea.
Right.
I feel that.
You're a guest. Don't be.
Listen, I'm all for crying. Crying is like,
See, you're on people who enjoy crying. That's
real.
That's crazy work. That's what that is. Yo, this is Clicked Up The Podcast. I am Jive English. We are in the building making it does what it do. Man.
What's up, Josh?
Hi, John.
All right, y'all. I appreciate the love. Y'all didn't cut that out.
Thanks, because they were
I
yelling.
was getting overstimulated.
Yo, it's Clicked Up The Podcast, and it's my honor once again to have everybody back in the building. We got so many people busy doing stuff, so we got like the hangout partners in the building. Yo, y'all give it up for Danny in the building, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute!
Stop it.
Where'd she get that hair from? I love it!
I grew it.
Period! Can I have a lot? Never mind, that's weird! Never mind, that's weird.
Hey, the
All
fans.
right.
Real fans.
And that guy,
For real.
him, Marlo Jones in the building, yo.
Not him.
Yes,
Not
Marlo.
he.
Him. Timothy. That's it.
Hey, what up?
What's up?
Bam.
Oh, yeah. In the building. And we have a special guest in the building. Man, it is our pleasure to have her in the building, man. It is Italy in the building.
Hey.
Hey, girl. How you doing? Yeah. It's crazy.
Yes.
Hey,
Dope times to be in these days.
Now make
Yes,
them
it
stop.
Oh, yeah.
I feel love. I'm like, okay, I feel really loved now.
It was a little too much love.
Be like, thank y'all so much. Look, that's that point when they're like, oh my God, thank you so much.
Yeah, it'd be
you.
nice if
Thank
y'all would
you.
cut that down a little bit. Yeah, it would be nice. Y'all don't have to do too much.
I love y'all.
Yo, we're back in the building. It's Clicked Up The Podcast, man. Wow. It's been a crazy week as far
crazy
as all the
month.
kind of the
Yeah,
news.
shit.
This administration has been administrating madness.
That was me.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to what's been going on. No?
I haven't. I've been in my yarn all week.
Your yarn?
Dead ass. Like, I've just been crocheting
I've been in my bed.
like a madman.
Yeah.
I've been
Watching
in this
Empire.
bag. I feel, oh, period.
No, I was literally, like,
That's a
I wasn't
good
even
one to go
watching
back
shit.
to.
I was just in the yarn.
Yeah.
That was the whole week.
I was in my bag.
Word.
Yep. Per.
Got to pay these bills, honey, because they definitely about to pay themselves. And they definitely about to pay me.
No, hell nah. You ever had Georgia Power give you a check?
Man, let me
Not
tell you
how that
something.
works.
Don't overpay
That would be
their
nice,
ass because
though.
you'll never. We'll credit it, but then it end up even higher next
Yeah.
month because that credit you'll never see it.
Yeah.
That's
That'd
how
be
they
really
get
nice.
you. That's
But
how they
let's soak
get you.
that right back up.
Absolutely. That's what I'm like. It's all a sham.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. That's just what it is.
It's ghetto. That's what it is.
Damn. I mean, it's not the truth. I mean, it's
That's
just-
real.
It's hood as shit. Being poor is hood. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
Lord, it's
and
yeah.
they want more and more people to be ghetto is what they want. That's why white people are like going crazy.
Uh.
It's like they realize how close
Yeah.
The suburbs were to the ghetto.
And it's like, this was next door. Yeah, kind of always was.
Right. Been here the whole time. This is nothing new.
Like in our neighborhood, I'm like, girl, yes.
This is a shared neighborhood.
Right.
Baby, you thought they were grilling outside? It's like, look, living next door to a whole meth house.
Right.
But then they want to talk about stuff like that, though. Ciao.
Hey, yeah, it's great
Boo.
to work outside today.
Hello.
Miss Italy, how are you doing today?
I am doing fine. Hanging on by a thread.
Ooh.
Not the thread.
Everybody
I'm so
said, ooh.
tired. I woke up, my eyes were so heavy today. I was like, oh Lord,
I
please
just had
give me
to
the
touch and
strength.
agree. I feel you.
And you're here.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm here. I had to push through.
And you did. I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this new release that we just brought out. Come on,
Yeah, that was a really big. I never thought that I would ever have something of mine out on like streaming services.
Oh, you
like
released
that.
some music?
you.
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes, a whole
Okay.
EP, 8 songs, I think. Yeah. It's
Yes.
exciting.
So what's the name of the project?
It's called Through the Witching Hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
I decided to I won't call myself a witch, but I am very like woo woo, like
Yeah.
mystical.
Wait, why
I
not
love
call yourself a witch.
it's just I don't feel like one. I don't feel like I don't dabble in enough practices. I just be observing
Okay.
and peeping stuff. But I called it Through the Witching Hours because like I like staying up throughout the night during
the
those
witching
times where
I
like the
see
kind of
you.
paranormal stuff be happening. So it was like it's just based off of those times where I stay up and just like my journey through like going to a situationship's house throughout those times or just like being in my room by myself dealing with my own issues during those times. It's mostly about the situationship, but there's like 1 or 2 songs that's like, you know, we got to pull ourselves together. We got to work through our issues and
That's
go into
right,
brighter
all
days.
right.
So,
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yes, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Because I know one thing about it, this artist journey, baby, it is not for the weak.
It isn't. It takes you every which way.
Yes.
But we get to the end somehow.
And you just hope one of them ways is up.
Mhm.
So yeah, congratulations
Thank you.
again.
And to you too, because you just released the album as well.
Yes. Retro Love Volume 1 Vid Sessions out right now for those of y'all peeping. Yes, yes, yes. All streaming platforms.
Hey.
Look, because just like you, I definitely agree, baby. I never thought I'd see the day.
Right.
And look, the fact that we got the sucker out. Shout out to my boy Ash Harris, man, at Euphoria
Yes.
Sounds.
I should be doing the damn
Doing the
thing.
motherfucking thing. Hey,
Ugh.
and catch him at like, so if you go to his page, catch him because he's been DJing his
He
ass
has
off.
been.
So he's actually DJing at Palm Wine when it comes back again. So he'll be there.
April 15th.
April 15th.
April 15th. Y'all need to be there. Get your tickets.
Yeah.
We plugging everything right now.
You hear me?
Where
I
is it
love
at?
So
Is it at Eden? I think it's at Eden.
Eden. It'll be at Eden.
Yeah. But
What's
Miss
the name of
Paradise
it?
is DJing.
She is too. Yes,
Palm
a bag
Wine.
you'll be there. Yeah.
Okay.
You be on the scene?
No, I don't be in Savannah. I mean, I be in Savannah, but like I live in Hinesville, so it
Same.
takes like.
I feel
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's like you can get out. You get there.
Yeah,
When you get there.
I barely be knowing the places in Hinesville, so I
There's
love
not
being
a
at
lot of
home.
Places in Hinesville. Too.
There is not. No, dead ass.
You know, the
That is
school, the
there's not a
library.
lot of- There's a Walmart.
Right.
There's a
Frozen
Bass Pro
Paradise.
Shops.
There's Bryant Commons, and I be there,
Yeah,
and
I
I don't
mean,
be nowhere else.
I do love going to the park.
Yeah.
For those who don't know Hinesville, that's a park.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
y'all. That's,
It's lovely. Anyway, yeah.
but yeah, man.
Come out to
yeah.
Savannah.
Absolutely.
There's some great things on the scene.
Okay.
And Ash is
Absolutely.
he's a great producer, a DJ.
Yes.
He's got a studio, Euphoria Studio.
That's
Like we're
where I
plugging
recorded.
everything right now. Like
Yes.
y'all need to be taking notes.
Right.
No.
Right.
So take
Plugging
notes.
everything.
So Ash actually is the executive producer on my project, and he 5 out of the 12 songs he actually is they're his production.
I
Oh,
love
okay.
it. So,
yeah. So
I
he
gotta
pro-
take a listen to what's it called again? Let me.
Retro Love
Love.
Volume 1 Vent Sessions.
And it's Love LUV, right?
Yep, you know it.
I do know.
See,
do.
I love it. Come on, folks. I love y'all so much. Yes.
I'll be paying attention. This is how we show up for our community, John.
Right.
You see this? We playing each other's music.
So-
We plug in DJs and producers.
Uh-huh.
What's your
Oh, here I got you.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, so-
y'all doing the plug each other right now.
Right.
So we're now that I had to do a little behind the scenes work a little bit. So I wanted to have a conversation because of the type of people that I have in the room today. I think Look at the look on your face. I need people to see.
Nope, no one saw it.
No, right?
I did not. I'm like, look, I hate you. 'Cause I'm like,
Boy, you was quick. You
what I
was
missed?
quick.
I'm quick with that face.
I see you. 'Cause I sure missed it.
Right, I was like, she. Shot, hey, hi. So she see for y'all, she's like a fairy, and she's
Ray T.E. in the
whimsical,
motherfucking
and
building,
she's
y'all.
light, and she's all that stuff. And then she showed me somebody's mama just a second ago. Like
I
Scary.
yeah.
No, I
exactly.
know about mama energy.
she was like, "Hey, what is that?"
Oop.
She stared at me. You know when they stop blinking?
Mm-hmm.
Answers better.
You
be
got to
coming.
get into that look though to make sure they get it right though.
Yup.
Gives you that see what had happened energy. Like see what had happened was I thought that. So no. So I wanted to talk about. We don't talk about this enough. We talk about a lot of the problems and stuff. And it's cool. But I wanted to talk about passion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like the business of it. You know what I'm saying?
The business?
The business of passion, not OnlyFans. That's not what I mean.
That's not what I meant either.
Oh, because the
When
look on your face,
no, when you
like
said business, I'm like, passion is like an emotion.
it is, but you have to maintain passion. Like even
Sustain it.
sustain it. That's
Yeah.
definitely a better word. Sustain passion. Like there are moments where there are things that you're passionate about will take you into uncomfortable places.
Absolutely.
This is true.
You know what I mean? And in order to
It's the project.
Right.
so like I'll say it like this. So like when I was in college, I was actually in the military at the same time. So I was in college and there was this guy who was sitting next to me. And he was just like he was reading out loud.
To practice?
Like no, just reading out loud. That's how he reads.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
really just
So he was reading out loud, and I was like joking around when I was like, "Damn, this is like story hour. Why are you reading out loud?"
Damn, you like to be read to? You like when someone reads books to you?
I mean, I don't mind it, but we were in the army. Like,
I know.
Story hour was
Kinda-
wild though. I see what you did there.
Yeah, that's not the time or place.
right. So then I was just like, but he was like, I read like this because that's the only way I know how to retain
But
what I
feel
read.
that.
If I read it out loud, I remember it. And I
Yeah.
was like, and I told him, I was like, you would do good in college. And he was just like, what do you mean? I said, because you know how you learn. And there's a lot of people who are in school and they don't even know how they learn. And he was like, nah. And I was like, bro, you already, like, you got it.
Right.
Like, if you know how you retain information, you're going to win.
Right.
And he was like, but then if I go to college, I want to, he started talking. He was like, if I go to college, I want to study this, but then I'd have to take English and all this other stuff. And I was just like,
I mean,
you have to
it
take
comes
it like,
with it.
yeah, that's that part. That's the part. I was like, if you want this, then you have
to go
want
through
this.
that.
It's called
Right.
sacrifice.
And if you
Right.
want
It is.
this and you know that comes with it, then you want both things.
Who is
it? Please.
Who the freak is it's me?
Enter, please.
Look, the next thing I was about to say,
Did I lock the door?
push a one. I'm
so.
gonna put this on.
I didn't lock the door.
Come on in. I did lock the door. That's crazy.
Knock, knock.
Whoa, pretty people.
Hi. Oh my
Hello,
God.
hello,
Hi,
hello.
people.
Hello.
We have people in the
You're
building.
so
Hey.
cute.
I love this sweater though. I love
Nice.
that.
Oh, let me see.
Are sharks your special
Yeah.
interest?
Nice. I got her some buffalo and a shit ton of person sharks.
I love that.
Okay,
though.
so they are your special interest?
I love
Yes.
that though. That's real. Yeah.
So you're coming behind here?
Henny, hey, 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 yeah. Henny,
Tastes like I haven't tasted a white person in a very long time.
What are we talking about? Look, I just tuned out
Wow.
for like.
Oh, look, I went in my own little world and started singing, child. I'm dead.
Yeah, we are.
Huh? You good? You want to do this? What do you want to do? You want to go out there? You want to do it? What do you want to do? You want to be here?
You want to be in the
Of
box?
course you do. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Dang, Sid. I mean, Henny, if you don't want to be by us, just say that.
All right. So
That's
our
funny.
producers actually made it into the building. So I'm gonna be sitting like out in the world.
Pick a spot. You got options.
Julio.
Yeah, I see that. I'm intimidated a little bit.
I'm glad y'all here.
Gonna
though.
learn
I
today.
feel like I haven't
You can
seen
shit
y'all.
Congratulations.
Did you want to say?
Oh,
are you wanna be on
man.
camera?
Hey, thank you.
I thought you were
Oh,
going
no,
to
it's
be
true.
later.
You know what? Okay, so Gag
I
is
said
I
one
was,
of those chairs.
but I got
You're a
blessed
lot of things.
really quickly. So I said, okay,
a bunch
put it out now. We gotta do it now.
I could be brown.
If I waited any later, I was gonna go
I love
crazy.
that
No, right. It took me a while to actually decide on a later date because as soon as I got all the songs like in licensed to me, I was ready to put it out like
No,
right
for
then,
real.
right there.
Like it takes because it took so long already. So it's like
Yes.
as soon as you have to kind of space things out when you don't
Yeah.
have the
Right.
the,
You can't jump the gun.
right. So then when the money came, I said, "Oh, we're doing this now.
Right.
Get that now."
Right.
I gave myself a good what's it called? It was like a 2-week span.
Yeah.
And we pushed it out.
Right. I had to wait a whole month. Because I got too happy. I was
feel
like,
you.
I could put this out right
No,
now.
I'm telling you. And when it was time, babe.
Right.
But that's awesome.
Patience is a virtue.
Yes, it is. And a real hack if you don't
Dead
have it.
ass, bro.
Damn.
So yeah, I definitely feel
No.
it.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to get that Wawa coffee. Come on, man.
I drove past it. I was driving with her and we were talking.
I hate
She was
man.
reading me like a
Why
book.
couldn't they put it
I'm
like in
doing what I'm
Pula or
doing.
something like
They have
somewhere
one, I
close?
think, in Pooler.
Wait, that's the closest one though?
Yeah, they just literally they're fixing to open. I think in a week or two, if I remember.
They probably not gonna put one in Savannah though,
No,
right?
ain't no.
No, they're not.
Not
I
for
think-
what they trying to do.
Fuck no.
They not playing with that wall. That wall.
That wall was nice though. Even though every time I drive by, it's so nice.
And I hate it. I
Hey,
feel like all the
Boosie.
nice stuff that's new always
Where we
ends
at?
up just outside of Savannah somehow. We get a Dave
Haven't
and
used it
Buster's,
yet.
Pula. We get a
We're
Wawa
live right now.
Hinesville, Pula.
Listen, the only thing
I've been
nice
using the
things
other one
to
because I
get is
haven't
Walmart.
transferred
That's
all the apps and everything
That's
yet.
not nice.
Right.
That is not a nice
Correct. It's
Am I
not
good?
nice.
A little bit up.
No shade, Walmart. But
All the
shade.
shade.
All the shade, Walmart.
But
Right.
oh, catching no shade, but shade.
Right.
All right,
All the
so let's
shade.
go. All right, the producers in the
that's what y'all
building
get for
now.
not rolling back your DI.
Hey, producer.
Yeah, the
The producers are finally in the building.
Goddamn time,
Yay.
God. Hey.
All right. Now we can actually have the rest of the show. Hey, yo, this is Clicked Up the Podcast. I am your host amongst many. Jive English. I never really say. Why is that?
And this is why I'm so.
Why is that the funny part? So we were talking about the passion, the business of passion, sustaining passion, and I think there's a lot of artists in this room of different kinds, and you don't get to just do the part that happens when the lights turn on, or in your personal life when the lights turn off. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's not where passion begins or ends. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Was that a sex joke?
It was,
So I hate you because that's why I'm
yeah,
like.
it was. I mean, it was definitely a sexual reference. Like
Okay,
the lights
I
are
Oh,
off.
Yeah, see, that's why I was like,
Look, I was like, I'm in a romantic mood, so I'm just gonna let that pass me by.
he said, I'm
'Cause I
not
really
feeling the
felt-
lustful vibe.
Right.
I said, you know what?
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
let that just
But,
go.
okay, I'll put it like this. There's a lot of men who think sex starts
In the
in the bed.
And it doesn't- hello, foreplay all day.
You're right.
The fuck?
Oh, hello.
Right.
Build that
Not
shit up.
even just foreplay, but just like swooning. Like
That is
to
foreplay.
sweep
The courting is
Really?
also a part of that too. Like
Yeah.
all that.
Anyway, but yeah, so the stuff that we don't see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay on task so we don't get too far.
Yeah,
Because you know how this goes.
Yeah, you
I
two.
saw-
It's you.
Wait.
two.
And I brought it back in. I was like, let's
See,
wrap it in.
I feel like
before-
a casualty because I feel like I'd be so focused. Not playing.
You
That's
a
a whole
damn
lie.
lie.
First of all,
Let me not lie
it's
to these
already
people.
clipped up. It's already out there. They can see y'all. They can see y'all. The history speaks for itself. So yeah, no. So there's a business to passion. Like
Okay.
just understanding that there are certain things that you might not feel or go with it to make somebody feel passionate. Like just with the music, there's a lot of musicians in here. The recording process can be a nightmare sometimes.
Daunting.
And it's not the fun part. It's not the part that everybody thinks it is.
Right.
It takes a lot.
And it's
You know
not
what
the
I'm
final
saying?
result everyone sees either.
And yeah, and so like
Baby.
you have to love that part. Because
Well, you
it's a
don't.
part of the whole process. That's why you're called a recording artist, because there's an art to recording.
Right.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you are yeah, I would say like if you're going to be an artist in anything, because anything done well is art, then you have to be artful about your passion.
Absolutely.
And your process.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if I want to keep you turned on to me, right, then there has to be a process to that, and it doesn't start when I do.
Right.
You feel me? Or when you do. Like if you want to keep me open to you and amenable to you and what you want, it doesn't start when I get paid.
Right.
There has to be a huge chunk of time where you're willing to, you know, like the kids say these days, like pour into this person when there's nothing necessarily coming back out. So when they have it to pour, they recognize the people they need to pour into.
And that's where that relatability comes in too, because they see you, they see what you've been doing, whereas anybody can just really put out a song and then bang, wham, bam, everybody loves it.
Yeah,
Bam.
I mean, I think this is what I don't like about new artists, and I don't mean like new like they just came out, but like the new mantra that it's a hustle.
like you have to keep just go,
and
go.
it cheapens the product.
See, and that's why people, which I've been saying this, it's not the same because everybody's chasing the hit. They're chasing virality. They're
That
chasing.
definitely that sounds
Yeah.
more like quantity over quality.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what it
is.
is. Because for me, it's like everybody's attention span is just so much shorter now. So it's like you got people. Now, me personally, I'm that type. I like to craft projects. I like to take my time and actually give you a full body of work.
Right.
So that's why with Retro Love Volume 1 event sessions, even though the singles did matter, I care more about the entire cohesiveness
Right.
of the
What is
project.
this piece of art saying as a whole
Right.
instead of just like giving out these little cash grab type singles?
Exactly. And that's why that's why I love it when an artist, especially when they took the time to pour into their art or like whatever their body of work is, when they give you those like a day in the life or behind the scenes
Yes.
processes, you see it, you
Yes.
feel the work, you feel the
Yes.
hard work, you feel the determination, the tenacity,
Yes.
you feel the struggle, you feel the stress, you feel all that stuff that's coming, and that's why people can appreciate it so much
adds
more.
another layer to that appreciation.
Yes. And I feel like you do still have artists out here that are doing that, but it's just not the same. Like I said, it
It's
feels like,
like
a cash
one
grab.
of many. You find
Absolutely.
like that one gold mine where you're like, oh my God, this person like gets it, and
Yes.
then you got like the others in the world. Like I don't want to call them
Ooh,
out.
that-
Well, I think there's
Them
some people
wings
who
smell
also
so good.
put
I'm so sorry.
there's some people who put the process above the passion
Yeah.
because being accessible is so commonplace right now.
It really
And some
is.
people are getting you behind the scenes on trash. You know, like it's all right. Like I went through this whole process, and this is what you produced.
Right.
Like I watched all this,
and
and
that's
this is it.
what we got.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like, and also there's a little bit of elusiveness to passion. Like you should feel a bit of mystery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like
The
and so
best
that-
pieces of arts are the ones that make you think about it.
right? And like, what you have to ask yourself, what did the artist mean by this?
Right.
Like we were listening to music up here, and we were just going over like,
I got a story for you with that one when you done. Sorry. No, it matters to the point you're making.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Continue.
I don't trust this. motherfucker.
No, I'm telling you, it's literally a song off my project that literally is exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, well, sure. Okay, let's go. Okay, so to say that, it's like there has to be some elusiveness, like leaving it up to the public to discern and figure out. You put out the project and you let the public figure out what it is, unless it goes like terribly awry, and then you go, all right, no, that's not what it means. But typically, art and opinion are made to go together. That's what art is for. It's for me to opine over what it could possibly mean. And you're not going to necessarily always get out what you put into it. Like, so what people receive, like I'm sure everybody has had that song where you thought maybe this line was the powerful line,
Yeah.
and then somebody else was like, no, it's this line back here, and you're like,
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because art is personal.
Right. So,
We all have our stories and we interpret it.
We take
Right.
away different things
Yeah.
based on like our own experience.
I think that's why I love re-listening to songs.
Because you
Yeah.
get to hear new things
Yes,
each
and like when you're in a
time.
new chapter of your life,
Ooh,
it
yes.
makes a different part would be like,
Yeah.
I did not
Baby.
care about
It's
that
like this
shit.
one part just like lights up, and I'm like, oh my
Yes.
God, where have you been?
Yes.
That's so real. I cannot. Listening to Mary J. oblige now as 35 years old, you like, motherfucker.
You're like, man.
And it really makes you, it hits. So that's absolutely true. You definitely grow and evolve.
So I think there is a missing passion in so many areas of our life, like, and not just in music. Everything becomes so transactional that you miss the interpersonal part of it, the desire, right? Because if I want you, you should be able to feel that.
Right.
Not just when I get paid or I have enough money to give you stuff.
Right.
Because there's like, you get that buyer's high when you purchase stuff.
It makes you want to keep going.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you also get buyer's remorse when you realize that, yeah, I could buy this person's affection, but can I afford that? Because now I've created
I feel hit.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna fucking cry, bro. Like,
I feel hit.
whoa there, buddy. Slow your roll.
I feel hit.
Well, talk about it. What you got?
Because that's real. Especially with it.
Not the side.
Right. He saw his eyes. He was like,
Especially with the buyer's remorse part. You'd be like, did I really want to?
Right.
See, so
I feel
you're
you.
saying this about buyer's high and buyer's remorse, and the act of like, can you afford to like,
right.
maintain this?
Yeah.
And that I've thought about that for like the past 2 years, because I've had people who have been interested in me, and I'm like, I cannot afford a relationship right now. Like, that's not my focus, but I enjoy, us spending time together. But I can't, like.
She like, no.
And then the desire aspect too, where it's like it can fizzle out just as fast as like a fast burn. But then it's like, no, is this desire a slow flame that's gonna start a blaze, or is it like a quick flash,
Right.
It's a
like
mirage.
a fucking hibachi fire, quick flash and in a hurry, and then it's done.
Jedi mind trick you won't.
So we're gonna go into the another part of this that I was thinking about is that the problem that we have is Kel says hello.
Hey,
Kel. How you doing?
The part that
We all. I love y'all so much.
we got to say,
Annie didn't say nothing.
What's up, bitch?
And you know what? That's all she had to say. I loved it.
you said, hold on now.
I loved it.
If she doesn't call you bitch, she doesn't like you.
That's
I want
it.
you to know.
I feel that. And did it with
That's
a smile.
respect.
So I feel that.
Honestly.
If I say, hey Annie, and she's like, hey,
Hey,
how you doing?
like,
What's the matter?
ooh, something wrong with you.
What happened?
You didn't call me a bitch.
Who I got a whoop?
What did he do to you? No.
Be like, hit it what you do.
Hit it what you do. You play too much. Where's my bitch? I think that we have a problem where we expect desire to do on its own what only discipline can teach you. Because when you look at people who are truly disciplined in something, their desire bleeds through that. Like when you look like, let's say like Muhammad Ali or Bruce Lee, what you saw was somebody so good at what they did, and they took the passion and the discipline of it and created something that was memorable. Whenever you saw these people practice, you saw passion. You didn't see anger. You didn't see
Beyonce.
right. Those people
Period.
who take like we're talking about him just very slightly, but Prince was just like this animal at rehearsals because
They say he was an asshole.
right, he was
Yeah.
because he takes it. It's a discipline.
He
You
was
know what
not,
I mean?
it-
Yeah, it's not
it
a
was either
game.
all or nothing.
Right. So
Yeah.
I think even what was it? I watched the what's his name? The podcast.
I don't know.
R&B money.
T-Pain. I watched T-Pain.
Yes.
He's so
he got a good one,
hilarious.
yeah.
But he said something so fucking funny. But it's neither here nor there.
You digress.
Yeah, but he had a story about how he was in the bar with a guitarist, a bassist, and they were just hanging out, and the bassist was like really happy to meet T-Pain, but he happened to be Prince's bassist, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm the bass drummer for I'm the bassist for Prince." Da 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 da. And it's like, yeah, and Prince happens to call while he's at the bar with T-Pain. And Prince gets on the phone and basically he's like, "Hey, yo, where the fuck you at?" we're doing practice. Are you coming or are you not? And he goes, hey, man, I'm at the bar with T-Pain. And T-Pain can hear this because he's loud. And he goes, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn T-Pain. You bring your ass to this motherfucking studio.
Well,
And
he said what he said.
And then he puts him on the phone with T-Pain, and then he's really polite, like, hey, brother, it's nice to meet you. Da, 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 da. Can you
Tell
get
him to
the phone? Yeah, can you get him back to the phone, please?
And then,
But that speaks to the passion. Like, this man has already succeeded beyond success.
Mm-hmm.
So this has nothing to do with success. This is passion. And this is when you hold yourself accountable to that process. That's what discipline is. When you hold yourself accountable to the process.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
feel what I'm saying? If you can't be held accountable to the process of loving your partner, loving yourself, loving your kids, or whatever it is that you do, if you can't be held accountable to that process, then you don't have the discipline to even exercise your desire.
Absolutely. That's why all these little fly-by-night groups and
Yeah.
acts, they just fall by the wayside because they hearts ain't in it for real.
Right.
That's like I said earlier, baby, this is not for the weak. If you want to really do
You
this,
gotta be
you
hungry.
got to really want to
Like
do
every
this.
artist has like a fucking a vault of songs that you'll never hear that that you recorded with all
Yes.
your heart, all your might.
Well, no, I lied. Y'all might hear.
And then you know what I mean, but it was almost like just proof of concept. It was your discipline. Like these were my discipline songs. This is when I
Right.
learned the craft. This is what I did.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
yes.
And then now the stuff that you get to hear is like just the polish, but the discipline, the work, the like if you ever seen somebody who's like made a sword, the pounding out of the metal. Like,
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
like Demon Slayer, the Swordsmith arc.
I love that. See, I love you. Hey, but that's
We
some
got
real
to see
shit.
that man was going ham, and like you're talking about passion.
Yes.
Did you see Demon Slayer?
no, it didn't.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking
but
about.
this man,
Yeah.
like, he was going crazy, like in the middle of battle. These monsters are trying to attack him, and he's like, "Fuck, I got a deadline." Like they cut his mask off, they're slashing him, and he's like, "No, bitch, I'm focused." Like he was locked in. It was some crazy shit.
So I mean, that's a great. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's a great.
Jive is too old to understand.
I know. I tried. I'm sorry.
We love you, Jive.
Girl, you good. I knew what you meant, honey.
Thank you.
Huh?
Damn, Henny, no laugh track for that.
You know what?
Oh wow.
And then the delay
Right.
just
But
killed
he needed a
it.
camera so you could see the
Right, the face.
I was
rolling of
too
the
busy
eyes.
It was-
switching
said- he
cameras.
said, "Mind
I
your damn
completely missed the
business."
joke.
Right, because you had to see his face when he did it. He was just like,
He's like, I guess I'll do this.
just hit the button with all the disdain.
Yeah, that delay was wild. Though.
But no, so I think there is a passion. Like when we look at just how we talk about relationships now, there isn't a passion for your partner. There's this expectation that overrides the passion. What I should be receiving above and beyond what I put into this. So if you're not willing to, I guess the word pour.
Oh yeah. Because I popped when I did like the little pop when I sipped my wine, but I didn't realize how loud it was, so I'm sorry.
OCD much?
Could I
That,
get
a little bit.
Could I get
Right. That's right. What?
Could I get a glass?
No,
No,
bitch.
drink out the bottle.
You already drank, bitch.
It's over there.
Don't be shushing me. I'm going to beat your ass.
Okay, she's fine. She's actually.
I'm just playing.
good.
It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Can you
Look,
Listen,
domestical. Look, a domestical on a Saturday.
He obeys to me, not the other way around.
Ooh, well, you said that, and it didn't break. Hello, come on.
Praise God.
That's a
Damn. Did you have to say
Job.
that?
The animosity.
that glass
You
stronger
try
than
to break
some of these
No, was it that
relationships out
hard?
here.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, you did that in the car too. You set your phone down and you went boom, and I was like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
That's
Did I really?
hilarious.
You did. I think you don't realize like you be strong arming shit, and I get it because I be strong arming shit. But you, like,
And
damn.
look,
This is not
when
the
when
finisher.
Jive and I went out to the club last night after he was done.
Okay, now what did I do?
No.
Story
Okay.
time.
So this was on the way to downtown, and after you were done on the phone with Kel, you didn't even think about it, but like you threw your phone at the dash, and it was like,
Thank
Yes.
goodness.
Oh.
Listen,
You be talking about shit.
listen. This is why I told you not to bring my damn car. Because if he's
no,
doing this,
we drove in his car.
Well, you drove in my car.
okay. If you did it in my car, I'm
I'm just telling you. I don't. Okay, I guess.
You're just-
I don't know.
You're just
like,
really
okay, bet.
strong, and you don't think about how strong you are.
Like heavy-handed.
I
yeah,
guess.
but I think more strong than like heavy-handed because he's not even like he's not doing anything heavy. Like he's just moving. That's I'm like it's not really.
Not as giving Hercules. Let's
yeah,
go.
for real. But it's funny because that
I see
glass, like
you.
I could hear that shit not in the headphones. Like, I was like, ooh,
Hey, somebody go get in the comments some workout plan eyes.
No.
guys, tell us what's the plan. JK, let's go.
I actually like running more than I actually like lifting weights, but
Woo, speak for yourself, my lord.
you a soldier, man. You know what time it is.
Child, I fuck that. And you know what? I used to pass every PT test, but I hate fucking running.
Why?
Let me do anything else. I hate.
I
to
hated running when I had to.
run. Well, that's.
Now that I get to when I
Oh,
want
I still
to,
hate running.
it's actually very therapeutic. And my daughter, just growing up watching me run, now she picked it up. She was like, Dad, guess what I did this morning? I was like, what? She was like, I ran 3 miles. I was
hell yeah.
All right. You know what? Shout out to baby girl. Not me. Shout out to baby girl. Because no, I hate it.
So the process of love is a process, right? And when you hear people complain about all men do this, all women do this, da 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 da, what you're hearing is this a transactional failure.
And projection.
Dig into that. Go ahead.
Because all men do that. First of all, ma'am, I'm not all men. You don't know me. Why
Right.
would you gonna group me?
Yeah, generalization
with what
like
I
that.
did. With look, catch it.
But here's
you
the
gonna
thing.
group me with
But
what
I,
he did.
But I do think it's fair for
Fair.
anybody to say, I'm recognizing a societal shift, a problem. A lot of men are behaving this way. I think.
Yeah, but to
Not
treat
all.
every single person like that
But I feel you though.
initially is also part of the issue. Because you should not approach every single person from this wounded
Right.
space
Yeah, okay.
that you're all going to repeat this thing that has happened to me before or that I've witnessed from other people. Because you're expecting the worst when
Right.
that's not like you're setting yourself up for failure when you do that. That's a
Right.
form of self-sabotage.
Right.
Period. And I'm not responsible for your
Right.
baggage.
Right.
So let's start there.
Somebody downstairs. I don't know. Somebody downstairs listening to our podcast. You hear what they
There you
saying?
go. When you hear
Sick of your
look,
shit.
Period. Look, we all gonna get quiet. All you hear is that's what I'm talking about.
In the background.
Well, somebody actually asked me.
I know that's the fuck right.
All you gonna hear is a whole bunch of figures coming together. You got an audience. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that thing made a sound. I didn't even
Y'all
know.
hear this? Y'all hear that?
You know, he's gonna think about that for like the rest of this year. He's gonna be like, a whole bunch of them.
Because you know it's true. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna listen for the chatter. And then if they ain't doing it, I don't feel like y'all applauding for me. That's it.
Because I'm spitting better than y'all tapping. I need more taps for this.
Here you go. Everybody like real confused. Like, okay.
So yeah, no. So there is this idea. Oh, my brother's watching now. Okay.
What's up,
snap.
brother?
Hey,
what
bro.
did you say about my brother? I always wanted to. Sorry.
You did that in the car, too. You did it in the car. So there is a process to love that comes out of transactionalism that has nothing to do with what you're gonna get out of it. If I'm into you, I'm into your story. I'm into your process. I'm gonna binge you. And
What are we
then-
talking about?
I mean, what does it mean for you? That eyebrow raise is so critical, right? Like, yo, like, no. If I'm into your story, when
I
you
gotta
talk,
grow up.
when you don't though.
Because as soon as you said that, I was just like,
Because, and then there'll be moments where I can't pay attention, right? Because I have other processes that I have to pay attention to.
Right.
But then when I get to tune back into you, it's like, oh, I get to catch up. Mm-hmm. and I get to be back into like where did we leave off and what's going on since then, and you tune back into your partner, and then you find a way to become like a behind the scenes producer. Like, okay, this is what's happening in her life. How do I apply myself to my partner? That's the process. We don't want to apply ourselves to our partners. We want the finished product. We want that person to be self-contained.
100% perfect for
Right.
us.
It's almost like a vending machine, right?
Yeah.
You just put the thing in, and then you get out what it already has stored into it.
Right.
But in reality, what are you even adding to it?
Like, what
Right.
what are you adding to it? Like,
What's that Nella Edison song? How you gonna add to me? That part.
so it's like there's a risk in investing in somebody. There's a risk in discipline. There's a risk in undertaking any discipline. You can hurt yourself not knowing what you're doing.
You okay?
Yeah.
All right.
And you can hurt yourself not knowing what you're doing. But that's part of it. Like, if ice skaters break ankles and they got to heal, and there's a part where you heal, but you get right back to it because you can't imagine yourself doing anything else.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's where your passion
That's where your passion is. I want to learn this, and I don't blame the discipline for me not living up to it. You know what I mean? Like, and this is a phrase I think I'm gonna die remembering this phrase. Malcolm X said, "If I've done anything to," then my paraphrase, "if I've done anything to remove the cancer that is racism from this planet, then to Allah go all the credit. Only the mistakes have been my own."
Run that back.
If I've done anything to remove the cancer that is racism from this planet, then to Allah goes the credit. Only the mistakes have been my own.
Oh, okay.
So I only own the shortcomings. If I've done God's
yeah.
will, then it is God that I've lived up to. But the mistakes are mine because the plan is perfect.
Right.
You feel what I'm
I'm
saying?
just doing the best I
So
can with what I
right. So
got.
the limitations are mine, not
Correct.
the design. So when you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a discipline, when love is your discipline,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Then
like
the
that
failures are yours. Love is perfect. You failed to live up to what love is. So then when you hurt yourself, love isn't the problem. It's how you did it.
Can I look up that quote? Is that
That's
like
a quote.
known
Yeah,
quote?
it was in his autobiography. It's like
I
the
like
last
that.
line.
Okay.
It's the last line before the epilogue, as a matter of fact.
Oh, say less. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. I like that.
Yeah, like that was a killer line, and then the one that James Baldwin did at the end of The Fire Next Time. It was cold.
That shit gives me chills.
I'm not
He
familiar.
said
What's the
God
line?
gave Noah the rainbow sign because no more water is the fire next time.
That's how we was saying that in church. No more water. Fire next time. Hey, no more water. We used to, hey, church kid here. Yeah. So that's James Baldwin.
That's James Baldwin.
Come on.
Yeah, that's James
So
Baldwin.
not only
No,
is it
I mean he was a preacher's kid too.
Oh,
So his
see,
father- yeah,
never
so-
knew that.
So yeah, like so when you those are like cold lines that like resonate. Like no more
That made me
like
sit up a little bit. I like that.
so when you have a passion for what you're doing, you realize you internalize the faults. Like, yo, the plan is perfect. I didn't live up to it. Even when you see like people who do sports or whatever, when you see the people who are good at it, they go like, the plan was great. It was the execution. What do they say? The best laid plans of mice and men. Like, so it's not the plan that was the problem. It was the execution. I didn't live up to it. And I have to go, they go study the reel. They go see what I did wrong. What did I need to adjust for? Because the plan is fine. You know what I'm saying? So when you love somebody, or if maybe your problem is in who you're choosing to love. So it's not the love process, you know what I mean? But if you're trying to, like, I think we talked about this before, if you're trying to multiply with a negative, no matter how positive you are, it's going to give you a negative. Doesn't matter.
Damn.
You can't love negative enough. You can't multiply with negative enough.
Even math talking about life.
That's crazy.
And I hate that.
You know what I'm saying? So, which is another phrase that my father taught me. He always asked me as a kid, which more important, reading or math?
Are you waiting for us to answer?
Yeah. So
Oh, okay.
I thought
That's a
I
trick
thought-
question.
I
I'm
thought you were gonna
scared.
tell us.
yeah. So what's important, reading or math? And I was a kid, and I was thinking like, of course, everybody like money and transaction. He said no. it's reading, because math can't teach you reading, but reading can teach you math.
That's real, because you
Yeah.
can't, you won't know what
You
the
won't-
math is unless
right,
you can read
'cause-
what it is.
right, 'cause life is rarely going to just hand you 5
Comprehension
books.
is probably one of the most important things.
Yeah,
Right.
so I never would
Because it's a word problem.
Yeah.
Life is a bunch of word problems, and there's math in it.
Right.
But if you don't know what you're adding together and what to not even bring into the equation, because sometimes it'd be like, so and so had me this many apples, so and so had me this many apples.
Right, a word
So and so has some watermelons. How many apples are in it? And you're sitting here wondering, like, well, so what the fuck is
Right.
watermelons
Reading
about?
teaches you comprehension,
Right.
and math is
You have to comprehend.
you have to comprehend
Yes.
math.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So to say all that to say, like, we just digressed into like dope
We
slick little
did.
one-liners.
It's okay.
But there has to be a passion. There has to be a discipline. And sometimes we discipline ourselves to faulty passions. Like, if you love the wrong type of person, it doesn't matter how right you are. That's wrong.
It's still not
Right.
gonna. It's
You know what
gonna
I'm saying?
fail.
Right. So it's like, oh, well, if I only love the club chicks, if I only love the
Hobson talks about that.
social, what does he say?
He said, stop being posted in the club looking for Romeo.
Mhm.
Like, Romeo's not going to be in the club. You're looking in the wrong place. I don't know how to paraphrase.
I mean, like, you build on it.
No.
I wonder if that's.
What do you
why
mean? No, it's madness.
I wonder if that's why that song "Crying in the Club" is a thing.
Is there a
By
song
Justin
called-
Camilla
Timberlake?
Camille?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know
I
if
don't know
that's
who's the
like
guy.
what it was about, but you may have hit on something with that though. But
I
it
mean,
may-
like, he was just saying, like, you're looking. He was doing this, like, voice, like, it's the Illmind of Hobson 5 is the one that I'm talking about. But he was saying these women are going to the club, like, why can't I find a guy?
'Cause
And
you're
he's,
in the club.
and he's like, stop going to the club looking for these dudes in the club that are just looking for some booty.
Right.
period. So yeah,
It was just,
Tell us
that's
all
why I was
this
like, there's
time.
nothing to really build on because it's just.
but
No,
no,
no, I
like
get
you
it,
said,
I
all
get
you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, please. No, not. I was just agreeing. That was it.
Andy, what you think? What you hearing?
Men ain't shit.
That's crazy. That was the takeaway.
That was the whole takeaway.
Yep.
That's all you got?
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Henny, how you feel about that?
Damn.
Just
I guess
dead.
that's how you feel. A man and a woman of very few words. Not mad.
Right.
I'm matchmaking.
Straight to the
heaven.
point.
What you think about it? What you think about it, Ellie? What you
Well, it reminds me of a song that I wrote actually that's on Through the Witching Hours about the discipline to that, because that whole album is about going out and wanting to like find a partner for you. But if you're not right, if you putting yourself in the wrong spaces, but you want to find the right partner, you're not going to find the right partner if you're not in the right spaces.
Right.
Absolutely.
So to have that discipline where you take yourself out of those spaces that might be like
Yes.
giving you that like quick fix in the
Yes.
moment, you
Mm.
put in the work to actually be the person that you
Yes.
want to be. You're eventually going to lead yourself into the right.
Please,
on
you better
it.
come on. See, you,
Speak
I
on
almost
it.
threw my shoe.
Oh God. Me.
Look, I promise I won't hurt you.
And I do be throwing stuff. I got some yarn I can throw at you.
No, it's
Here
okay.
you
My
go.
sister, she keep me ready.
Right.
So-
I love that.
No,
Yeah.
I think so. To kind of piggyback off of that, that also was a thing when I was like, I'm not ready to date or like pour into another person yet because I want to be able to show up for them in a way that
Yes.
I'm comfortable and confident. And I've been reading Bell Hooks. I've been looking at Toni Morrison's books. She doesn't really talk about love like specifically, but looking at those books that are about self-reflection or cause self-reflection, you're like, damn, how do I want to show up for the people in my life? How do I want to show up
Right.
in discipline? How do I show up for myself? in
Right, you got
Yes.
because that's the first thing.
That's
it's
real.
showing up for yourself. Because if you're not there for yourself, how can you show up
Exactly.
for another person?
Yeah.
Because you cannot pour from an empty cup.
Exactly.
Right.
So then that is the problem. So then how are you not? Because there's a discipline that you have to have with yourself.
And that's
So if
real.
you're an undisciplined person and you don't even have your own personal discipline about who you're going to be regardless if this person comes or goes, then and if the only discipline you have is that person, then once they leave, so goes your discipline.
Wait,
Right.
can I?
Yeah.
I gotta say
I feel like
I
that
saw
also
the light.
requires repairing yourself. You
So what-
can't
The healing
like
process.
it's not just that alone. It's like if you get in a relationship, you're not selfly. Like if you're well, but the other person's not, and you expect so much out of them when they don't give
That's
it to
selfish.
you, and then they end up leaving you, and then you're broken. You have to mentally prepare yourself for that.
Right.
And
'Cause
be
they weren't
accountable for
ready.
the fact that you knew you stepped into something
Yes.
that you weren't ready either.
Yes.
Because, and that's my thing too, like to piggyback off of what you said.
I love this piggybacking.
I know, look.
We're all carrying each other.
Leapfrog,
We are, we
period.
are.
But to piggyback off of what you said, like I know for me, a bulk of when I did write most of the songs for Retro Love Volume 1 Vent Sessions. So as you know, heavy Mary J. Blige fan. So of course, you know, everybody really relates to the heartbreak, the hurt, the
Yes.
woman scorned Mary.
Yes.
But people really sleep on that one album, the Mary album. It's a lot of self-inventory, self-reflection, accountability. So me, when I wrote most of my songs, specifically like Down Bad or Right to My Face, I know that I really was placing a lot of blame on the other person, which rightfully so, because they made me feel the way I
Right,
felt.
yeah.
However, I had to also remember, I shouldn't let you have power over me in
Yes.
that process too,
Yes.
and recognize that I feel this way for these reasons. So to take myself out that situation, I have to understand too, it happened the way it happened, but I mean, I played my part.
Right. I saw this one quote that was like, holding on to resentment is like drinking poison
Yes,
and
it
expecting
hurts
the other
you.
person
But the-
to get hurt.
I've heard
Okay,
that.
wait.
That's
I
real.
I want to go back to the original thing that I was thinking of. Sorry. I didn't forget. Don't make that face.
It was like the thing I was thinking of.
Because I'm like, y'all, like I'm hearing what you're saying.
I'm just happy she wasn't doing that to me this time. So, keep going, please.
I'm not always gonna bark at you. No, you were talking about looking. I'm just reaching.
No,
out.
I'm just reading. I'm just.
It did
I'm
look
just
You were
listening.
like, damn.
You were reaching up, but it did.
You were-
It's so
you were
funny.
like-
No, is that what I did?
Put your hand down.
I didn't notice.
I knew you
No.
were reaching, but it was the way it looked. It was funny.
Oh, no.
You look at my hand like,
You did look like
dude,
that.
dude. No, you were talking about discipline and how that person cannot just be like the source for you.
Right.
I have a friend, like a new friend in my life, and just the way that they are inspired my discipline to like I want to be better just because they're on their shit.
That's
Right.
huge.
And I was like, you're not even telling me, or like, you got to do this. You know, there's no expectation from this person.
Observation.
But I'm like, you lead by example, and that makes me want to step up my discipline game, because I can be a little ADHD and like all over the place. So I'm like,
I feel
I
you.
need to make more structure in my life so that I can actually, I don't know, so I can see the goals that I have in my mind. Like, it's the same thing with manifestation. You can't just like wishfully think. You also have to put action behind these things that
Right.
you're
Yeah.
Absolutely.
desiring, which is what you were saying. Like,
Right.
you can desire this, but you got to have
Yeah,
the discipline,
there has to be like there are a lot of people like
Input, output.
like there's a lot of people who like when you look at what's that show like
don't know.
America's Got Talent, what's that,
Oh.
that thing?
X Factor or something.
Like the
The
America's
Voice.
Got Talent, where like or whatever that thing is, where people like
Do random stuff and not just sing.
no the singer
American
one. What's
Idol?
American Idol.
Oh.
Whatever.
You got it.
I was about to
You
say
hit the
Voice.
catch on the head.
Thank
Well,
you.
that's they all the same.
Yeah,
really.
it's kind of to the same thing, but
Yeah.
there are a lot of
But you
people
got
in
it.
American Idol who
Me.
Yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Child, look,
We love
by
you,
this time, we done been here long enough.
Child.
He knows how this goes. Child, we gonna trail off about a good 5 times. I swear. No, we not. I'm just playing. We might. But
It's on me.
American Idol, though. I'm sorry.
So what was I gonna say?
American Idol.
American Idol. There are a lot of people who get in that line who only have the desire to be seen, to be validated, and they don't have the discipline
Nope.
for the thing that they're doing. You know what I mean? There are people who make it to the NBA because you can have a raw amount of talent that could take you to places that some people can only get through discipline.
Right.
And you just have this thing. You just have this natural talent. They get there and they fizzle out because talent without
Definitely.
discipline
Is like a ship without a steering wheel.
Yeah.
You'll go somewhere, but you won't have any
You don't
control
know
over where the
where,
stuff is gonna
right.
go.
Right.
There it goes.
Speak on it.
So there you have it. So then you have this idea, you have this thing where
People.
you have this.
Oh,
My man did the 3D. I saw it. I can see it from here. It was
I love that. Yes.
So you have to have this discipline to want it above and beyond the accolades. Whenever you see somebody who's truly disciplined in what they do, it's almost like the accolades come and pass them by because they're so locked into the process. You know what I mean? You're always trying to sharpen that sword. You're always trying to sharpen that iron.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter what it cut last, it's what it's got to cut next.
Right.
Ooh.
You know,
Yeah.
just like your boy Andre 3000 say, what'd he say? You're only funky as your last cut. You're only as good as, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's all about what you
It's
can build
with your, yeah. So it's when you're dealing with passion and it's so much more about what you're pouring into it than what you're getting out of it.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, I don't feel like it's just support. Like, I feel like it's also believing in yourself.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like if you have, let's just say, the support, the money, whatever you need to get started, but if you can't believe in yourself to do it, that's no motivation there.
Right. And also too, you have to understand that falling in love with that yourself, it has to be whether anybody likes it. Nobody has to like it, but
Right.
you gotta like that first.
Remove
you
outside
fall,
expectation.
that part.
From
You have
the
to fall in
outcome.
love with that.
Right. And to your partner, it doesn't matter if your homegirls think or your homeboys think that person is good enough for you.
Right.
If that's your person and that's your choice, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta like it. You know what I'm saying?
But you will respect it.
Right, you'll respect my decision. You
Because
know what
I'm
I'm
a boss. I'm just playing.
saying? You weren't though. That's the
I was.
oh, brother.
I'm the first girl to scream on the track. But no, that's real. And I feel like too, and along with believing in yourself, also believing that what you brought to the table is enough to take you forward. But
Right.
a lot of times,
If you start negative about
that's
it,
exactly. 'cause
if
it's like
you
can't
start
strip
bringing
away-
yourself
come
down,
on, talk about it.
that really screws you up.
Like you
Right.
have to keep yourself going because what's that gospel song? Oh, what's that gospel song? Encourage yourself. Because if can't nobody else do it, you got to push yourself. You got to encourage yourself.
The moment you start putting yourself in this lack mindset, that's all
That's
you're gonna
all.
start seeing.
Absolutely.
So
Because at the end of the day, it starts with me.
Yeah, go to one across the hall. There's no toilet paper. And that's
So yeah,
sorry. I'm gonna brush you.
this conversation about discipline actually kind of opened my eyes to a few things.
What you got? What you got?
Not nothing crazy. Just so with the. I feel like I keep doing shameless plugs, but the album. I mean, shit. It's about the album. Hey,
It's relevant.
it is. Oh, come on, it is relevant. So it just. I love you so much. Thank you. But the shameless plug, Retro Love Volume 1 business is out right now. Anyway, but
Yeah, when Italy gets back in the room, we're gonna definitely talk about her album. We're gonna bring up some tracks. We actually have it, so I'll show you in a second. Huh?
period.
You have some
Yeah.
of Marlo's tracks for us to listen to?
Yeah, he can
Pull them up. The album out.
It's
put 'em.
everywhere.
Yup.
So we could have been listening to music?
I mean,
Yeah, we could have, brother.
but it just
SMH.
Yo,
You-
really?
Can't believe you did this.
Today you get the boot.
No, you know what you get?
But that's real. Like, I feel like when I
don't know
started
if I
the
like you
process.
Do you like who you're being right,
Right,
now?
exactly.
That needs to be on a shirt. You like who you're being right now.
Do you like yourself? Do you like
Do
who
you,
you're being right now?
you love yourself. You love yourself right now, huh?
We need to see if someone already copyrighted that.
No, for real. And if not, hop on that sucker. I'm just saying. But it just so I digress.
Yes.
But I guess in the aftermath of the album coming out, listening back to tracks and outside of the perception of what people took away from it so far and like what they've told me how they felt about it when regarding discipline, I'm actually really proud of how I really could have. It was a lot of times where before the album even dropped, was like a lot of stopping points, and I really was ready to be like, you know what, maybe this just ain't it. Yeah, maybe I just need to just do some shows and just call it a day. So it really
like I'm getting back into the discipline of recording myself.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
Yes.
Because a part of discipline is self-exploration.
Ooh, and that's
about
my a lot of
about
raw things. I like doing this made me dig up some stuff.
Because you gotta know, you gotta be honest about your limitations.
Yes.
Let's just say
Yes.
with martial arts, you're gonna find out how flexible you are.
Yes.
And
You're gonna find out how what your cardio is like. You're gonna find out things about yourself real fast. And sometimes in your mind, you've dreamed up this archetype of yourself that you go through life believing is what people are seeing.
But it's not.
And it's not it. And when you actually submit to a discipline, like I could think I'm a Romeo. I could think I'm the man when it comes to women until I try to discipline myself around one woman. And then now my processes are telling on myself. I don't know how to listen past, is this going to lead to sex?
Right.
I don't.
Sorry. My bad.
Full.
That was loud.
That was wild.
It was.
Look,
Full
I was
disclosure.
like-
Sex is the shit, though. I mean,
Sex is the shit. What the?
but
Let's talk about sex, baby.
we were doing that earlier too. Just
Let's
randomly
talk
going this
about
off.
sex.
That's what Marlo and I do when we get on here. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
I do in life, which is why
Period.
Marlo and I be doing it. But yeah.
Wanna be up on the mic? Okay. Anyway, so
Wait,
I love
can I
y'all.
ask a question?
yes,
What are the current disciplines that you have?
current discipline.
Yeah, like what's something that you're currently disciplined? Like,
I'm disciplined in minding my own goddamn business.
I know
There
that's
is
right.
nobody that minds their business like me. What? I
Period.
mind my business to a fault. Who? What?
Where?
I have no idea.
How'd she do that?
What's that person's name? That person has a
I don't know
name?
about that. Did you hear? No.
Yeah, I do that. Like at work, I notoriously
Do you
mind
know
my-
where
I-
she? I don't. You may have to ask.
I don't do
her.
it.
I'm sorry.
But also,
I'm with you on that though.
putting together events, I had to discipline myself in order to find the outcomes that I wanted. It wasn't just getting a venue, throwing money at it, and then see what happens.
right.
There's logistics that go into it. And when I follow I see the closer I follow the discipline, the better the results. Whenever I try to variate or shortcut something, the results tell.
So does discipline equal routine?
Not always.
I mean, it can and it should
Not
to an
always.
extent because your body should know what to expect out of itself. Like when I'm more closely disciplined in the gym, muscle memory takes me places that maybe the exercise in and of itself.
That's like me with handstands.
Yeah, like so once you start getting used to it, like you'll go to the gym, like sometimes just doing the new exercise is difficult just because you've never done it.
And then it becomes
Right.
instinctual.
And then
down
once it
the
becomes
line.
instinctual, then it's easy. But
That's
I
what I
remember
was
when
used
this is
to.
hard,
Yeah.
and I couldn't do this with
Yeah.
half the weight that I started
Yeah.
with.
Now it's like, oh,
But it was just like even like I'm a mechanic in real life. There are things I know how to do now that when I first did it, it took maybe days to figure out.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's
then
muscle
once I
memory.
disciplined myself, did it over and over again, it takes like maybe an hour.
period.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
it's just that. I remember when this
Ooh.
used to take forever.
Yeah, like me and crocheting.
Yeah, because you did like a whole bunch of.
I made. Wait, I'm gonna show
Girl,
you.
I love it. And you
Wait,
bossed up.
Of
Come on.
course, I'm gonna show you.
She did a whole bunch of crackhead cozies.
No!
Oh my God.
Stop! Don't play with me.
She did not do this, people.
She did crackhead cozies.
I made.
They're cocaine cozies.
I made little mushroom
know what?
lighter. Wait, look. There's a lighter inside.
I want one. How much? I want one.
They're $7.77.
Can it be $6.70? I was playing. I was playing. I'm just
That's a
playing.
nigga for you, boy. That's a nigga
Got-
for
look,
you, boy.
Just
What?
black people just gotta get a discount for black owned business.
You're so funny.
No,
Yeah.
I love that though. That is so cute.
That is dope.
That
is
really
fine.
is. Here, plug yourself. Go and plug it for the people. Period. Go and plug that for
I
us.
don't know what
Because
to
hey,
say.
tell the
It's
people.
a mushroom lighter holder. You can put chapstick in it if you're not a smoker.
Yup.
It's literally just a little pouch.
You can carry your chapstick. You can carry your gum, as long as it's not Trident. You can
You're
carry
so funny. Not the Trident.
or the Orbits.
Well, as long as it can fit inside this little.
It's a Tic Tac cozy. You can put Tic Tac.
Period. Hey, maybe
Some
even,
of the folks with the hot breath, you can have a. It's a hot breath cozy.
baby.
Okay,
you
y'all
might
turning
need
this
to
into
get,
something different.
and you can even put a couple of Rellos, couple of pre-rolls
You
if you need
can
to.
actually, I do be putting.
I love you, and that's
I'm
period.
telling you, like this is my little like my smoker.
I love that, and it's a mushroom that makes it even better.
I love my mushrooms.
I'm no real talk. I'm at the. We gonna talk.
Okay, we can.
And she literally did that on the way up here. Which
I
is
did.
Nuts.
I was in the car and he looked over. He was like, "Did you just make that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Y'all better tell these people
Yeah, I
to
did.
stop playing with her. She did that on the way here, bro.
did.
When I tell you ingenuity where?
I mean, that's
there.
the best part about a craft that you can take with you. Cause like
Absolutely.
sewing, I need to be on the machine. Like a lot of
And-
crafts you can't take.
and then the
Oh, that's true.
discipline to
Yeah.
be able to, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure there was a point where
There's an open
had
patent
to
for that. Wait, are there mobile sewing machines?
Yeah,
Okay, never mind.
it's okay.
I tried to put you on some money, girl.
It's okay. But yeah, because at one point,
777. Basically,
You're
what
so
she's saying. They know 677.
No,
Shit, it's 877 now.
it's an angel number. But yeah, like at one point, it took like to learn how to make that. It took me like 4 hours maybe,
Right.
to learn how to make that tiny little thing. And then now, like I've made 10, so I'm just like, okay, we're gonna boop, and then.
So when you submit to something, like, and here's the crazy thing, like, because I've been so long since I've been like self-recording and doing all that stuff, relearning the discipline, right, can be daunting because it's like, I know this, but I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? I got the muscle memory, but I don't have the muscle strength anymore.
Right, and it's a mental thing too because
Right.
you've been so long without doing it. You have to
Right.
train yourself,
Retrain
to, like, really-
yourself,
and
right.
reprogram your mind. To like, okay, we need to get back to this.
And there's a part, especially in your relationships, where sometimes you feel like you know so much that you forget to learn.
I think people also
that's
forget
such a
to learn
word.
together. I think people forget to learn together too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then because there's always like, well, not always, but it tends to be there's that one person that feels
Yes.
like they kind of lead the relationship,
Yes.
and there's another person probably in there which probably still finding themselves and still trying to learn that other person to find their triggers and their little codes and little things while y'all are on two different ends of the spectrum when it comes to how this relationship is running. Case in point, I've been there now. So I feel that. And that's
You are something else.
no, I'm all of the things. Catch that.
That may be the problem. How about that? No.
I'll say that.
It's not the problem, Marla.
So,
Yeah, not now.
I want to do something real quick, real dope. It's been a dope conversation. How you feeling, Miss Italy? Now that you're banging around.
I am feeling refreshed.
I would say
and I kind of
relieved.
want some. Yes, I was sitting there kind of
That's fair.
rocking back and forth a little bit, but now I want some more wine. Thank you.
There's only a little bit in this one. You gotta grab one of the other ones. There's more.
Girl, I can't wait.
We got more wine.
I tell you what, baby, when Clicked Up is sponsored.
You know who I want a sponsor from?
Who?
High Hemps. The hemp wraps.
That man and that girl.
And raw,
and then the aesthetic would bring
Yeah.
so much to them. And it that
And
goes,
Juicy. Juicy be tasting so
I love
good.
Juicy. I love that they have backpacks that are so cute. It's this
Damn.
pink one that got like, you know, the regular Juicy anagram, the analog, and it's like outlined in pink and blue.
Ooh. Okay,
They
so
had it
tell
at
Juicy to
Zoomies.
sponsor us.
No, for real. Hey, Juicy. Hi him, Clicked Up Podcast.
We'll
you
see
know,
what we can do.
We use your stuff, You can run,
So-
someone on,
Italy, where can we find your music at?
Plug.
Spotify, Apple Music. I do have a website actually.
Yeah.
You have
that-
a website.
Yeah,
Love
Empress put it together.
Come on. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Port Savannah doing the thing. doing the
It's
thing.
ItalyYJLW.com.
What does the YJLW stand for?
That's my what's it
Initials.
called? Initials. Yeah, my full initials.
You got a long ass name.
YJLW?
Yes.
Girl, hey, that's-
Italia Jeanette Louise.
You don't gotta put your full name out.
Oh, it's fine.
You know what I
I think it's cool. Ain't
Never
nobody
mind.
gonna know me right now. So.
Your initials were
Yeah,
never
right
know.
now.
Right
It's
now.
still going on.
Right.
Like, girl.
Your initials remind me of the electric company back home. It was MLG&W. I love it.
The
I was like,
electric
wait, why
company?
that sound like Memphis like gas or water? But but no, it has a ring to it. I like that.
I'm hoping to brand it one day.
Do it. No, do it.
So we want to
Do
bring
that.
up a song of yours. What song can we bring up of
Yes.
yours?
Not the gas.
Premiere.
No, okay.
Premiere.
It's funny. I'm a honorary for Drifted. That's my song. I
Okay,
love that
Drifted.
song.
Drifted?
I
Yeah.
like that.
In
So we
fact,
gonna
that
bring
is
up Drifted.
probably like the one song that I will recommend. And like if anybody who like asks, okay, what song can I listen? That song right
That
there.
song?
And
I
know
feel
what
like
to
that's
tell
like
people,
the
period.
most. I've never poured my intentions into a song like that song.
That's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah, it's it means a lot to me.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm even more like honored that you want to share that with us.
Yeah.
That's real.
Aw.
So that's I. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I know how it is like to be that vulnerable on record and have.
Oh yeah, cause not only just about like what I wrote it about, but also like who I wrote it about.
No, I'm.
And-
Hello.
Yeah.
No, I know. I
How
feel
I
you.
wrote it,
Yes.
it's like I've never wrote a song like that. I've never wrote a song about this person. I've never had these feelings, and then the experience that I had to go along with these feelings to put it into that song. It was like it took me a long time to actually show it to other people because I was just like, man, they're
It's so intimate.
Yeah, it is.
It's a very
It is.
touchy area.
Yeah.
I feel that. That's real.
Vulnerability. That's all that
But
is.
you know what? You probably there's somebody that's gonna listen to that song. They be like, "Dang, that's what that is that I was
Yeah.
feeling."
Yeah.
And then they gonna take some away from that.
Like, I think that's especially because music is so universal. We be connected. I have a friend who he actually removed a song because I think I was like playing it and hyping it up too much, and it was like my favorite song because I was in a really dark period like
Yeah.
when I found it. And I would tell him like, I love this song so much. Thank you for posting. I was like, I love that I can listen to your shit that's streaming and then text me and be like, this shit is fucking fire.
No,
but then
for
he
real.
took it off. Like I went to listen to it one day and it started playing other songs. I said, no, that's not what I'm asking for.
Oh my
And
God.
it
It
was
is, like,
gone.
skip,
And I
because
was
that
like,
sucker was
I
not
called
there.
him
You know what?
crying. I was like, why did you take it off?
Sometimes though, when people like be
'Cause it's
hyping
too
a
much
song
attention.
up,
Yeah, it was too much
I
attention.
start looking at it like it's like, ugh.
And that's why I was like, damn, I should have shut my fucking mouth.
and also too, depending on how raw that song was,
Yes,
it's almost like a
exactly.
re-traumatization.
And that's why I was like,
so I feel
damn,
that.
it's okay.
And I ain't gonna
I
lie,
forgot it.
Let's
that's
go.
kind of how
Let's
it
listen
was.
to this track.
That's how it was with a couple of with
Let's
one
see
of my
what we
songs.
got.
So I feel you. That's real.
Play that funky music.
Play that funky.
No.
I was gonna say Henny.
I just want to know because I want Henny to play it.
Drifted.
Drifted.
Damn, see, you're not even queued up and loaded. Damn. Sorry. Sorry, guys.
The switch up. Hey, oh my God. Okay, I can't say it because he's about to play the song. Okay, wait, I got a moment. Okay.
Drifted by Italy.
Remember on the Proud Family,
ITALI.
that lady would be like, "Excuse me, class. Excuse me," and they'd be like, "Last one, quiet, you piece of hamburger flippers." And they're like,
Yes. Yeah, that'd be me.
"You like, just kidding."
Yeah.
I love you so much. That's
Code switch right
that
there.
here go that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't piss you off.
No, for real.
No dead ass. Oh, I'm a dead
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. Hey, one thing I love most about you, I know there's a switch. I know
And
there's one.
hardly anyone sees
And
it.
that's
and
the
I
best part
love it
about
that
it.
way because when you get it, that means
Oh,
you
baby, there's no
deserved-
turning back.
Right.
And
You
there's
deserve
no
that shit.
turning back. Because it's like the point of no return every
yeah.
time.
Yeah, my siblings, like, I think it's so funny because, like, I'm not their mom, but they be listening to me like I'm mom. And I said, excuse me, you think you're going to sit on your phone while I'm cooking in the kitchen? You're going to get your ass in here and cook with
Right.
me.
Hello,
Has
because what
it
I
on
look like, baby, I'm not your
Spotify.
mama.
And that's, I'm
Babe.
like, and then I'm like, do you know how to do this? No, you finna learn today.
Period. I'm like,
Bring
come
that
here,
ass
let me
in the
show
She
you.
has it on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
But that's
What's the
real.
whole, your bangs are baying, okay? They look so good.
They are.
That was the first thing I noticed when you walked in. I was like, okay, bang.
Bangs, I think, are like God's gift to earth.
Man,
I
let me
love
tell you
bangs.
something. Latoya Lucky.
Girl, these
Left
are not
eye.
natural. I had to cut them.
Hey, they look great, though.
Yeah, like literally, I have a big ass forehead that looked like you could do tic tac toe that shit.
I'm not about to
And
play
I
with
got
you.
bullied. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you some babes. So I literally went on YouTube and know how to dip. Ever since then. So
And I love it. Bangs definitely.
Yeah.
Because everybody cannot do bangs. You know what is funny to me? you have like, you know how you have someone, and you know what? Let me disclaimer. Everybody has a right to do what they want and feel good about however they dress. But I think it's kind of funny when I see women that have like a really low hairline and they do the bangs, because then it feels like it's like a blindfold almost, and it kind of like I can't put a word to it.
Topanga Lawrence on Boy Meets World, but I liked her though. They were so cute.
Yes, like it's the way that it kind of like this bounce thing.
Yeah,
and she used to always do that little side thing going on over the bangs.
She was hair gold.
Man, let me tell you, Topanga was 90s.
Oh yeah,
down, and I love it. So was it Topanga? Let me see. Topanga, Laura from Family Matters. Who else? Moesha.
I never watched those shows.
You know what? Growing up, I don't see Moesha the same no more. Oh. It was a very problematic show watching as an adult.
What made it problematic?
First of all, Moesha was a brat. Oh. She was a spoiled brat. Ooh. She treated her friends like shit. She did not listen to anything her parents said, even though her father, Frank, was the worst. Mm-hmm. And that whole side thing that ended up happening that derailed the show. Remember when Ray J... Okay, bad. Mm-mm. So nope. the way the show went, right? Her brother Ray J played her cousin. Come to find out, it was a whole thing where Frank was really not her uncle, but his son.
Oh damn!
It was it just messed up the show.
Wow.
Yeah, like they ruined the show. But no shade. Shout out to Brandy because hey, first Black princess. Let's go.
Oh right.
First Black Cinderella. But the show that it was just funny how that show went, because watching it as an adult, like she's really not that nice to her friends.
Oh, that sucks.
But yeah,
dude, who is calling me?
I love how you said, nope. She was like, when I was talking about Moesha, like, you know, she's like, nope. I know.
Yeah, because I'm like, don't look at me, because I'm definitely not gonna give you any input.
But no, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, if y'all want to talk to me about shows, talk to me about Doctor Who and about Twilight, and I got
you. Period.
Are you a Jacob fan or Edward?
Oh,
this you have to think this thoroughly, or else we're done. Between
shit. Here we
There's
go.
something to think through, because I don't fuck with either of them. They're both toxic, bro.
Word.
No.
When I was younger,
they are.
When I was younger,
no. People say Jacob's a pedophile, but only because Bella's daughter, when she was a fucking child, like a newborn, you know how he imprinted on her. Uh-huh. But since she apparently the whole imprint bullshit was talking about Jacob is a grown ass man, that's a child.
No,
baby, these are vampires. First of all, baby, these are vampires.
Wait. It's a weird thing for people to get mad at when Edward literally is like 100-something years old.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the same.
I also get why it's weird, because he literally at the end of it was like, so should I start calling you dad now? Like,
no.
Like,
that shit was like,
listen.
That did definitely make me like,
you're Team Edward all the way, aren't you?
No, I'm Jacob.
Really?
Word.
Edward. When I watched Twilight, that was the weirdest shit between Bella and Edward. Okay,
it was.
It's the oddest shit ever, because at the end of the movie, it's between the last one. Okay. It's between Bella's daughter and Jacob when Jacob imprinted on her.
Breaking Dawn Part.
It's part 2, yeah.
Okay.
So at the end, it was like showing through his eyes, was talking about when she got older, it was kind of a relationship, if you get what I'm saying. It was kind of a bonding relationship. That's what I wanted for Jacob and Bella, because Bella knew. Jacob knew Bella. They were like kids, like
and
childhood.
In the second movie, they were so
weird ass vampire comes out in a hell no.
You know what also made it weird? Like, my best friend and I talk very in depth about Twilight. The fact that, like, you know, when we're born, like, as women, we have all our eggs. So, like, Renesmee was a little egg, you know, inside Bella, and that was part of the tether of why they had
Jacob
their connection, which is so
into,
weird. Like, you have a connection to me because of my unborn offspring.
That is
it's deeper than that. Like, there was,
but it's also like none of his control either. So.
But I feel like Bella went with Jacob,
I feel like I'm going down
Bella
a Twilight rabbit
would
hole.
literally not have died.
Boy.
Wait, say that one more time.
If Bella went with Jacob, Bella would have not died. Bella would not
yeah, she
have
would-
been a
yes.
fucking vampire.
And that's what
She
he
would
wanted.
still be human,
That's what-
but still give
Everybody
birth to a
says that,
half
though.
of a wolf.
That's what Jacob wanted. He was like, I can give her life, bro. Like,
Right.
I can share a life with her.
There's no reason to die. I mean,
Dead. I don't know.